in Week 2. Carolina snapped a 4-game losing streak in their series against New Orleans. Now, the Panthers look to sweep the Saints for the first time since 2015. And it's coming up next.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And if you look back to last week, it was all about their defense. Anytime you hold an NFL team to single digits, that's saying something.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The kicker, Graham Gano, set to put his foot into this one. And we are underway from the Superdome. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led, of course, by their second-year quarterback from LSU, Joe Burrow.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, had 4 of those picks, led to the loss. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. This defense for the Saints, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And they needed to be because the game was a game we don't see very often anymore. Low scoring, slugging it out in the trenches. One play can make the difference type of a game, and each play took on more importance, and they got it done.
They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
And as a running back, you've got to be saying, where did he come from? He covered a lot of ground in a short amount of time, and he was able to stop his man before he got back to the line of scrimmage.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story as he was approaching 19 miles an hour on that one. 3rd play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now it's Burrow. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They will throw on first down with Burrow. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Chase Young, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
They just gave up a sack there, if I'm not mistaken. They gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow under pressure, and they got to him again. Chase Young, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now Burrow. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Call it a pickup of 3, and also now likely a punt on their opening drive. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by their mobile quarterback, standing 6'4", it's Colin Kaepernick.
It's so difficult to prepare and try to defend Colin Kaepernick, and not just because of the physical skills they're always on display, whether it's throwing the ball downfield or running with the ball as well. But how about the leadership he exhibits, how his team will follow him, the smarts he has in playing the game, and, of course, the overall toughness. You can't run the football the way that he does without being a guy who's willing to take a hit.
Throwing now is Kaepernick. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Kaepernick now to throw. And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that can put your team in some jeopardy?
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And Burrow will be hit and taken down. They got him. Fletcher Cox make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Out comes the Saints offensive unit and the NFC playoff race. Let's have a look at it. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end, it doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. Tried to drop it in there, but it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And the Panthers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The New Orleans offense set to take over. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
And let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
The numbers for him from a week ago: 5 catches, 66 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
To throw, Kaepernick. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now it's the Panthers' 2nd all-time leading scorer, kicking here in a different uniform, Graham Gano. And the holder's going to keep it. He's going to try to run for it. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Panthers will get the football back. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. On 2nd and 10, Burrow. Throw left side, complete. That's Jacobs. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had 1 pick. Could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
On 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
A 1-yard gain. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Kaepernick. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Play action. It's Burrow. He's going to float this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now he dumps this off over the middle. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. third down. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And out will come the offense as they take over. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
He was brought down by Drew Tranquil. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and...
To throw, Kaepernick. Over the middle, complete to Judy. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
From midfield, here's Kaepernick. Right back to Judy, and it's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on 3rd down. These two teams, they met up earlier in the year, back in week 2. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. 2nd down, it's 6 now from the 42. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. On 2nd down, it's Henry. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 37. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And right side, Henry's got it. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right.
Touchdown, Saints. Nick Boyle, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chase Young, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. After the sack on first down, Burrow looking left side and he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Called a gain of 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Here's Kaepernick. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Here comes the Saints punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Burrow from his own end zone. That'll be complete to Cook. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now it's Burrow. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Vita Vea, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. He was superb a week ago. 3 sacks in that affair. Now 1 here in the 2nd quarter.
Well, how about our conversations this week? With him, it was pretty simple. He said, I've got a few combinations I can try it out they haven't seen yet. And on the flip side, they thought they had a plan to block him. Might need to come up with something else because he looks like he's getting loose now.
Punch, counter punch. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. And this one quickly to Lamb. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Kaepernick going to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Panthers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Panthers now set to take over offensively. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And it's good to make it 14-0. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. From just shy of midfield, Burrow. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Well, they get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Second and 12. Burrow will throw. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball in his hands a lot quicker.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed, and now 4th down. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, at other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy, and it's 2nd down. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. To throw is Kaepernick. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
He was covered by Trey Williams.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's Burrow. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a safe touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Gano the extra point, and it's now 21-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone, and he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. That catch good for only a couple. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And Burrow going to throw again. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
All right, Coach, thank you. We welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
Kaepernick now on first down. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. That catch good for only a couple. Kaepernick now to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Dante Jackson picks it. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half.
And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that payoff in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. On 3rd and 1, Burrow completes it to Samuel. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Saints are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. So after the INT, it's Kaepernick. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Throwing again on second down. Burrow. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Once again, it's Jacobs. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 52 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They will run the draw with Jacobs. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 23. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now whistles. Flag down. I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. So that one will be accepted. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Burrow looking to pass. And that is incomplete.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Henry again on 2nd down. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's Kaepernick. Got a man. It's Judy complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st down, Kaepernick. Short throw into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. On 2nd down now, it's Henry. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. Now Kaepernick. Flushed out right. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring sixes, not...
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
There's never a good place on the field to fumble the ball. Let's just call it as it is.
But definitely not in your own red zone.
In your own red zone, it's heightened, isn't it? Because you're almost automatically giving up a score and the momentum, and everything just changes for your team.
Yeah, so the kickoff fumble, now great field position. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Running from the gun with Henry. Fights through one man. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Throwing his Kaepernick on 3rd down. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Malik Jackson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will extend their lead even further. Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the 3rd quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 two-point conversions? That's difficult.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it. On 3rd down, Burrow.
Open man has got one. It's complete. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air again, Burrow. That's complete to Mooney. 7 yards the pickup there. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. He finds his man. Complete. It's Jacobs. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 40.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Derrick Henry. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Running left, it's Henry. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going on the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. There'll be some contact going on.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. They get him that time thanks to the safety blitz as he sank for a loss of 4. Gano's kick is good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. These two teams, they met in Charlotte earlier in the year with the Panthers coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. From the 22, Burrow. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Burrow on 3rd down. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. A gain of 6 there on 1st. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Burrow will throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. He'll be back at the 36. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Looking downfield for Godwin. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Colin Kaepernick and the offense heading back out onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
67 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. After the penalty, it's Henry. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 13.
To throw is Kaepernick. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And it's out. He put it on the carpet. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one.
Burrow's throw taken in by Cook.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. And Burrow going to throw again. He finds his man complete. That's Jacobs. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to be caught? No, they say it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw on target to Godwin here.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Burrow.
Looking for Godwin again, and he's got him once more.
Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A final shot now for Burrow.
And this will be caught by Mooney.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. So this one a victory here for New Orleans. And you've Gotta say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
Oh, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for New Orleans,
The victory gets them back to 500, 8-8 on the year.